Hello. Just give me a minute. I'm just gonna share this around with a couple of people. Alright. Let me just quickly pull the live chat up. Am I coming through clearly? Hope to God I'm not suffering from any microphone issues. Oh boy. I'm being noticed. The word is getting out. Hi, Speedy. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's have a round on this. Yeah, I just saw that you were sharing the stream. I got the notification on Twitter about it. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's been a mostly quiet day so far, so I've just been chilling out.
Action stations.
Yeah, let's go this way. Rushing down the middle in a battleship is tantamount to suicide. I'm still amazed that I'm able to actually get this to work. I mean, I know my connection's not that terrible, but even still, I thought this would have put a huge strain on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, don't fancy my chances of hitting that guy from this range. Yeah, if only. The problem is, I don't quite know how to do that on a PS4 because all of my live streams are yeah, I know that feeling. But yeah, the problem I have is that I don't know how to actually get like Discord audio, like in a call, to work in a stream, to work on a PS4 stream because. I'm doing this on the PS4. I'm doing the live stream on the PS4 itself, so I don't quite know how I do that. In addition, I don't really know how to do it with the way I've got everything set up. So, at least for the time being, it's just going to be me talking and you guys in the chat. Yeah, I agree. I think Sony needs to really get onto that and actually, you know, do something about that, because that would open up a lot of opportunities for actually doing for people who stream on the PS4. That would open up a lot of opportunities. Or even if they could just find a way to incorporate the party chat system on PS4 with the Discord chat, because PS4 does have a built-in party chat system, where you can have different people. You have people playing also like different games and stuff, and you know, have them all chatting in the same chat, party chat and everything. So you know, if they could find a way to incorporate that into that with Discord, I think that would actually work really well. And again, it would open up a lot of things. I think the only possible issue would be the limitations in terms of the size of the number of people in the chat, because currently, as it stands with the, yeah, I agree. And as I say, like, if they did find a way to incorporate the party chat into Discord with Discord as well, I think the limitation would be the size of the party chat, because, as it stands, you can only have up to 16 people in a party chat on the PlayStation at any one time. Okay, just don't get torpedoes into me. Alright.
Torpedoes to port. The enemy team has taken the lead. Dead ahead.
Wait, what? Where the hell did those come from? And only 2 torpedoes? Well, then again, those torpedoes might have hit somebody, but where the hell did those come from? Okay, somebody managed to take out the Asashio. Oh, I see where they're coming from. Okay.
Torpedoes, direct front. The enemy team has taken the lead.
I'm possibly going to take this hit this torpedo. Yep.
Critical engine damage. The water line. We're flooding quickly.
So far, that's the only actual damage that I've taken. Hey, Kitty, how's it going?
Problem solved, sir.
Yes, I am finally streaming for once. Like, yes, there's 4 people. Well, 3 and myself, because I'm keeping an eye on the chat as well. Congrats on joining the stream train. I would make a joke about the fact that I've used Steam trains before, or that I've been on a Steam train before, but well, you know, that's semantics at this point. Not if I have anything to say about it. Come on. Ah! course he turns. Surely the Nürnberg's got him though. Just gonna slide on in here. Oh god. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ow. Possibly gonna hit too. Yep.
The enemy is about to win.
Yes, game, I am well aware of that. Never try to level the playing field.
Problem solved, sir.
Shut up, game. I know I know that.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, balls. No, 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 no. Ow, ow. And, yep. No kidding. They must have said that like 5 times in the bloody in the course of that entire game before I finally went down. Good lord. I swear the game was doing it just to piss me off. That is true. That is very true. Okay. You might have. You might possibly occasionally hear the sound of a seagull squawking, because there's a couple of seagulls that live like that literally just live down the road. In fact, I can see one of them out my window now, standing on top of the light post. So you might possibly hear the seagulls squawking every now and again. All right. Tweet indeed. Well, in this instance, it's more squawk. It's more squawk, squawk. Seagulls hate me with burning passion. This seagull's actually pretty tame. It actually, I'm not quite sure how long the seagulls actually lived out on this street, but I know that there's somebody, like, just down the road from me who, like, feeds these seagulls every now and again. Like, I'll see him walk out of his house and then it just drops some, like, bits of bread and stuff out in the middle of the street. Eat, and the 2 seagulls will come down and eat and eat on it, so, you know. I think they kind of taken a bit of a liking to this place and decided to stick around. It kind of actually reminds me of one of the places I used to live at. We had a family of magpies that actually lived possibly in the bushland, or like the bushes and that nearby. And every now and again they'd come over to our place and, you know, walk around in the backyard, and we used to actually feed them cat biscuits, because we used to have a couple of cats at the time, and we used to feed them cat biscuits. And they'd then bring, you know, these magpies would then bring their babies to our place, and then, you know, we'd feed the babies and that, and then those babies would then grow up and then bring their own babies to the place. It was actually quite amusing and kind of adorable. But man, are they loud! Yeah, one thing about magpies though, they are noisy bloody birds. And they don't squawk like a seagull either. They make like a really shrill screech. Nope. How the hell did the camera do that? Okay, don't think I'm going to be able to... Yep, nah. Knew I wasn't going to be able to penetrate his armor at that kind of angle. And if he's smart, he'll have loaded his torpedoes by now. Now might be a good time to use the damage control. Ah, good, somebody got him. Nice. Now who's behind me? Oh, it's you. Okay. Launch the steel fish.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think we have rooks or anything here. I don't think we have any birds like that, sadly. At least, not that I'm aware of. Hey, who's behind me? Oh, it's the Jervis. Okay. I should have been paying more attention. Ow. And now we're on fire? Well, surely all the water rushing in from the multiple hull fractures would put the fire out. Oh, God. Well, that didn't quite go according to plan. God, the King George V is still in a battle? Bloody hell. I'm almost scared to jump into the Bismarck now because they've actually just recently changed the... they've tweaked around with the matchmaking system again, so with the... because the Yamato event is still going on, with the way they've tweaked the matchmaker, it's now actually possible to have 3 of them pop up in a game. Oh, now what? Somebody's coming up. 1 second. Okay.
Stone the crows.
Why stun the... Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that is not good. Yep, I knew that was going to happen.
Set a smoke screen.
Yep. I've just fallen victim to the brand new matchmaker for the Yamato. There's now 3 of them, It's now possible to have up to 3 of them in a single match. Oh, God. And I'm in a Bismarck.
Support that target.
Oh, no. Oh, shoot, no. Should have paid more attention. Oh, yep, there's one of the Yamatos. There's one of them. Where are the other 2? Okay, there's one of them. There's another one.
Concentrate fire on
Okay, so that's 2 Yamatos accounted for. Where's the 3rd? I'm kind of worried. Good grief, did you... Well, under normal circumstances, the Bismarck would be a very tough it would be a tough nut to crack. But against something like the Yamato, well, it's the Yamato's got the edge in fire. Has got a significant edge in firepower. Oh, there's the 3rd one. Yep, there's the 3rd one. It looks like all. Okay, looks like all of their battleships are clustering up. Normally, this is what I would call a target-rich environment, but considering there's 3 Yamatos sailing around, I really don't want to expose too much broadside if I can possibly help it. And I know the second I come around this island, they're going to see me. Yep. Pretty much. Oh! Oh, that's a spot of luck. I think I just completely disabled one of the Tirpitz's turrets. So he can't actually use that one of those rear turrets against me. Kind of wish that was what I did on one of the Yamatos, but, well... I don't think these 15-inch guns are going to punch through the armor at the front of those turrets. Because if I remember correctly, they've got like 20 inches of armor on the front of those turrets. If memory serves me correctly. Yeah, it's about 650 millimeters of armor, so just a little over 20 inches. So yeah, good luck with that. Still doing damage, remarkably. Then again, that one of those Yamatos is being stupid enough to give me broadside. Well, he was.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Oh, what did we just lose? Ah, okay, we just lost the Richelieu and one of the Yamatos. Okay. I'm gonna slow this down. Because I really don't want to come around the corner with all those guys sitting there. I'm going to try to turn this thing around. Actually, it might be better if I go and do a full stop and reverse away from this island. Because more than likely I'm going to probably run aground. I'd imagine it'd be something it'd be something like a destroyer or possibly one of the cruisers. As for which one in particular, I'm not sure. I'd say if it was a destroyer, if we're going by destroyers, I'd probably say the Fletcher, the USS Fletcher. If we're going by cruisers though, I'm actually not sure. Because there's a few possible choices that I could see. I think that Amagi is stock. Judging by the look of his of the main mast, I think that Amagi isn't upgraded yet. Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I don't think Lorraine would be into commanding something like, say, a battleship, because, well, battleships are kind of slow and not exactly the most graceful things to sail the seas. But well, what they lack in grace and ace, and that they more than make up for in terms of just sheer power. Although, having said that, the one thing that has interested me, particularly about this ship, the Bismarck, was what it was actually originally intended for. See, the Bismarck was not actually designed. I mean, yeah, it was capable of taking on the Royal Navy, but that wasn't actually its intended role. It wasn't supposed to engage in slugging matches with British battleships. Its job was just to tie them down in order to allow the smaller vessels like the heavy cruisers and the Panzerschiff to raid the merchant convoys. Having said that, though, it was a very, very powerful asset. I mean, at the time that these things were constructed, they were the biggest battleships ever built by a European nation, and the most expensive too. If I'm remembering the numbers correctly, they cost something like 198,800,000 Reichsmarks to build. And I mean, the Bismarck herself was only actually in combat for about 8 months. Which means that for every month that she was in service, she cost Germany about 24 million Reichsmarks to remain afloat. In fact, she was really only actually involved in one operation. The Bismarck herself was only actually involved in one operation. Alright.
The enemy is about to win.
Yep, there's the line again. Oh. Really? You're actually gonna do this? Okay. Just in case.
Pull below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, they collided into each other. Ah! That's going to slow them down. There's the turpits from earlier that I disabled the turret on. Oh, he's firing high explosive. I'm probably not going to last very long with three Yamatos sailing around, an Amagi and a turpits and a destroyer. I'm probably not going to last much longer, but I'm going to go down swinging. Yep. Knew that was coming. That one was really only a matter of time. Nice. But yes, I mean, you look at this thing, you would think... If you look at the Bismarck, you would think that this thing was designed, you know, to take on just about anything. And to an extent, it was. But it wasn't actually designed with the intention of, you know, killing everything it came across. Its job really was just to tie down the elements of the British Royal Navy. You know, Admiral Tovey's home fleet, for instance, which operated primarily out of the Atlantic. But I mean, the Bismarck was far more than just a powerful combat asset. It was also a symbol. It was very much a symbol. You know, it was a symbol of Germany's economic regrowth and economic might, and military might, for that matter. You know, when this thing first arrived on the scene, there was nothing like it in the world. There was no ships like it anywhere in the world when this thing first arrived on the scene in 1940. When this thing was officially commissioned into the German Navy. I mean, you can imagine just how horrified the world would have been. Would have been at the sight of this thing. In fact, until the arrival of the Yamato class battleships in 1941, this was one of the biggest things afloat. Ah, hello!
Retreat now. Much obliged.
Yes, I may still be on hiatus from Discord for the time being, but I kind of got a bit bored, so I'm like, why the heck not? I'll try streaming for a change. Just for something completely different. Oh, hey, it's the Terrible. I'm doing pretty good, Coffee. I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually not gonna lie, it's been nice to have the break from Discord for a bit. I feel like I probably should have done it a lot sooner now that I'm thinking about it. At the same time, though, it's very much a case of I didn't want to just, like, ditch you guys out of the freaking blue. I mean, not that I was planning on just leaving Discord completely. I've met far too many awesome people on Discord to just want to give up on it. It was more just a case of I needed a break. There was a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I just like, yeah, I need to step away for a bit. Yeah. I'll probably come off hiatus maybe in a couple days time. Probably after the weekend. Yeah, probably by the end of the weekend, unless something comes up. Although I highly doubt that. Then again, stranger things have happened. I'm not quite sure what the hell is this Iowa doing? He's been sailing broadside onto me for the past minute. He's lucky that I haven't citadeled him any more than the 2 times I did just a second ago. He's bloody lucky.
Get back! Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes,
Nope.
direct front.
Oh. Oh god. Turn. Whew, that was close. Ow! Jeez, that hurt. Frickin' hell. You know what? Screw it. I'm committed to this, I might as well go down swinging.
Problem solved, sir.
They're taking a while to sink me.
Nipper's on fire.
They're certainly taking a while. The only one that's really done any substantial damage to me so far was that Iowa. But then again, 16-inch guns and uns. It's not surprising that he was able to do so much damage. And are you serious right now? What are you doing? Why are you sailing broadside on like that? Look, you might be in an Iowa, you might have big guns and a lot of armor, but you're not invincible. What is he doing? I question the logic of players in this sometimes. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the hell that Iowa was playing at. Because I mean, in the space of a few minutes, I shaved off like at least 2/3 of his health in just a few minutes. I mean, the Iowa's tough, but it's not that tough. Hell, even the Bismarck with its ridiculously strong armor is not invincible. It can easily be, you know, ripped apart, as you saw then. Yeah, it took them a while to kill me, but, you know, I still am not invincible. Okay, what am I up against? Okay.
Action stations.
Not sure. She might be, but I haven't seen her.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Oh yes, absolutely. Coffee, I can agree with you there. Spitfire was a fantastic machine. Then again, so was its rival. So was the BF-109. Actually, funny story about the BF-109. You know, Germany's most iconic fighter of World War II. Yeah, bit of a funny story with that aircraft. At the time when that aircraft was being developed and, you know, they had the first prototypes ready, or the first prototype ready, you know, it was ready for its trials, but the engine that they were going to fit into it wasn't ready for the trials. So the original, yeah, so the original prototype of the Messerschmitt Bf 109 actually first flew with the British Rolls-Royce Kestrel 695 horsepower engine.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Actually, considering he's bow onto me like that, I should probably switch to high explosive. This is one thing that the British battleships are really good for. Their high explosive shells are really really good. And well, this Dunkirk is bow onto me, so yep, there's a fire. Well, yeah, they did, but at the same time, they also didn't. See, thing you have to understand about... I will definitely agree with you on that, but at the same time, you have to bear in mind the culture of the time, particularly in Japan. See, Japan's culture at the time was very militaristic. Their military operated under the, fought under what was known as the Bushido Code, which is actually the samurai code of honor. Yeah. And often, contrary to what most people might believe, oftentimes, a lot of those kamikaze pilots weren't as suicidal as people thought. Often it was the case that they did what they did simply because they either run out of fuel or run out of ammunition, and they didn't want to go back to their carriers or to their base, because they would have been seen as dishonorable coming back, not completing their mission. So rather than, yeah, exactly, honor to heart. They took honor very seriously. It's also part of the reason why Japan was so, well, for lack of a better term, brutal when it came to their treatment of prisoners. Because they believed that being captured by the enemy was basically a fate worse than death, and anyone who allowed themselves to be taken prisoner was considered less than human. Yeah, there's actually a really good animated video, animated thing that I saw on YouTube a little while back. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's actually all about a kamikaze pilot, and or it's not about, well, it's not a kamikaze pilot, but it's about a Japanese fighter pilot who ends up being shot down, and it shows things to do with the Japanese the afterlife in the eyes of the Japanese. It's a really good animation, and whoever made it, you can tell they knew what they were talking about. They knew a lot about the culture. If I can ever find it, Mermaid, I'll definitely link it to you if I ever find it again. It might be. It might be briefly shown in one of their songs. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I haven't seen all of their music videos, unfortunately. There's only a couple that I've actually seen so far. So yeah, it might It might be shown in one of their music videos, I'm not sure. Porco Rosso. No, I haven't. I haven't actually, I have to confess, I haven't... Yeah. I have to confess, I haven't actually watched a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff. You know, I've seen, like, Howl's Moving Castle, and, actually, I think Howl's Moving Castle is really the only one that I've seen that I can remember. Yeah, Studio Ghibli is not something I've really watched a lot of, unfortunately. There's really only, as I said, there's really only a couple of his movies that I've watched. Or a couple of their movies that I've watched. Oh, I just realised that Dunkirk completely destroyed my forward turret, quad-barreled turret. Ah, bummer.
The enemy is about to win.
Again with that message? Seriously? That's like the 7th time I've heard it this afternoon. Bloody hell. That's the quote, that's apparently the quote for the stream, I guess. Porco Rosso, Grave of the Fireflies, and the Wind Rises. Grave of the Fireflies. I've heard of the Grave of the Fireflies. I've heard of Grave of the Fireflies. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it. No kidding.
The ship is on fire. All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Problem solved, sir.
Gotcha. Oh, yep, there's the quote again. That's number 8, I think. If I've done the math right, if I've done the numbers right, that's about 8 times that quote's been said so far. Oh, yep, and there we go. It'll be about 8, because I think it's been said about 8 times throughout the course of the stream so far. Let's do something a little different. Let's run around and destroy. This little thing is kind of fun, actually. It's a nippy little destroyer. Great answer, Kitty. Great answer. Kitty, I can definitely vouch. I can definitely sympathize. Okay, there's definitely something coming this way if if the indicator's anything to go by. Possibly. That might be a bit tricky for me because of the fact I'm working all week. I work all weekend, so that might be a little tricky. But if I can find the time, absolutely. If I can find the time, and if I'm not tired, if I'm not ridiculously tired, then absolutely. Ooh! I saw that. Yeah, game. Don't think I didn't see that, game. I saw that little bugger trying to sneak around. Ah, there it is. I think this guy's going too fast to stay inside a smoke screen. Yeah, he's going too fast to stay inside stay inside the smoke screen. And of course now now we're close enough to each other that I can see him no matter what. That was just a turkey shoot. Well, I mean, it's not like that Clemson didn't exactly make it difficult for me. I mean, he sat in open water for a good 20 seconds there, just letting me shoot at him. I don't think that. Well, then again, he is only tier 3, so it's probably not outside the realm of possibility that he's only actually been playing the game for probably. All right, that's fine with me. But yeah, Kitty. I probably shouldn't really criticize that guy in the Clemson too much because, as I say, being only tier 3, he's probably only been playing the game for like at least like an hour or two. And he's probably doesn't quite understand that if you get close enough to another ship, regardless of if you're in smoke or if there's an island blocking you, you're still guaranteed to see them. So it's possible that he didn't actually know that yet.
All stations requesting fire.
Yeah, general rule of thumb, Mermaid. If you're within about, I think if I remember the exact number correctly, if you're within about 1.5 to 1.5 kilometers of another ship, regardless of line of sight, you're still guaranteed to detect the ship, regardless of line of sight. Actually, if you're on the when you're on the a simple way to understand the detection system is actually by looking. If you look in up the top left where the map is. If you look around my little marker, you can see there's like a blue ring around my icon. That basically tells you at what range a ship has to get within in order to detect you. Which I believe on this thing is about 5.4 kilometers. So another ship has to get within 5.4, just a little under 5.5 kilometers to spot me. But if you position an island between yourself and the target, or if you're in a destroyer and you've got smoke, and you've got a smoke screen, you sit within the smoke screen, unless the ship is within a kilometer of you, or if he's not running sonar, you're basically you're gonna remain undetected. Of course, if you watch the blue circle, once I actually start firing, like at this Orion, you'll see the blue circle expands to the limit of the white circle, which indicates my firing range. So basically, as long as I keep the guns firing, my maximum detection range is equal to 9.1 kilometers, which is the maximum firing range of my guns. But if I stop shooting for a bit and then leave it, eventually that circle will no longer be expanded outward like that, and it'll be back to 5.4 kilometers detection range. That's a very simple explanation of the spotting mechanics. Emphasis on simple. And yep, now I'm no longer detected. I probably shouldn't go tangoing with a pair of battleships though. Especially a British one, because that thing's HE rounds could rip me to bits. Okay, he's sailing away from me. What direction's the Orion going? He appears to be sailing towards me. Alright. Well, why not? I'll risk it. Launch the steelfish. See what happens. Oh no, he's reversing. Okay. So his torpedoes probably aren't going to hit him, but was worth a try.
Smoke generator started. Smoke screen set.
Alright, I laid that smoke screen for you, buddy, but if you don't want to use it, that's fine. I'll just use it for myself. I might not be doing a lot of direct damage to this guy, but well, all of these HE shells, all these high explosive shells falling down on top of him, eventually should set a fire, even if they just shatter harmlessly off his armor. Although I should probably halt my fire for now because the smoke screen's about to die. Torpedoes in the water. In retrospect, I probably should have saved the smoke screen for now, to keep us hidden from the destroyer and that. But well, hindsight's 20/20, I suppose. Oh, damn it! The enemy destroyer's gotten into the cap circle, which means he's actually contesting it. So we can't actually capture it until we get rid of him. Dang it. Knew it wasn't going to be that simple.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Where is he? There he is.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, he's gonna run up. Yep, he's just run himself aground. And his engine's dead. Oh, so ow. Come on. Ah! Friendly cruiser got him. That's alright though. Whoa! Ow! Ah, one of the bow launchers is disabled. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna repurpose this guy's smoke screen. Yeah, it's only got 30 seconds left on it, but that's okay. Might as well take advantage of it while it's here. Come on, set a fire, damn you. Okay, smoke's about to die. Engine boost. Move!
Engine boost activated.
Oof, jeez, that hurt.
Critical engine damage. The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
There's one. There's two. This many torpedoes at this range is probably overkill, but yep. Dang it. Well, if this guy can sink the... Nope. Ah. That was close, though. That was actually quite a close game. What else do I have? Yeah, I'm taking a shining to the King George V again. Well, see, the thing is, that cruiser had launched a bunch of torpedoes at the Wyoming. I think the Wyoming had slowed down just as he was launching them. So that's why most of them, other than that one at the very end, missed. But if he had managed to destroy that battleship with the torpedoes, that might have put us ahead on points. And then it would have just been in a matter of that cruiser surviving.
Battle starts.
Teammate, I need your support. Teammate, I need your support. Roger. All stations.
Nice. That's awesome, Coffee. That is friggin' awesome. That's a much better target. Shots out of the Alba. Oh, yep. Only one shot hit, but it was a Citadel penetration. Oh, that's definitely going to leave a mark. Yeah, he's not going to be able to polish that one out easily. Let's see if I can do something similar to the La Galissoniere. I'm almost certainly butchering that pronunciation.
Target penetrated.
Not quite the same amount of damage, but still, 6,000 damage, I'll take it. It's just a little over half of the maximum damage of these armor piercing. What, you mean like the Tillman battleships?
The ship is on fire.
I really shouldn't be selling broadside onto this many targets. This many potential threats. Especially, oh yeah, especially that guy. Especially that guy in the Nagato. I don't know what this music is, but I like it. Damn, these guys are really hammering me. How have they not sunk me already? Bloody hell. Oh, that is a nasty dispersion. Yeah, but it's still good enough to do 5,000 damage.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, I noticed that. Why do you think I put it out?
Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire. Torpedoes, get ahead.
Ah, I was going to try and ram the that other King George V, but that didn't work. Oh well. Oh well, that was worth a try. Actually, what other ships can I get? I mean, there's quite a few potential ones I can unlock, but yeah, I don't really have the credits to afford much. Then again, buying the King George V again put a huge dent in into my credits. That's the one thing that I will complain about with this game. It's quite expensive to actually get some of the higher tier ships. I mean, the King George V, which is a tier 6 ship, cost me 9 million credits. Fortunately, though, one of the good things is that it doesn't matter what type of ship it is, or what class rather. Every tier ship costs the same amount. How long did it take me to get the Bismarck? I had this game. I first got access to this game in June of last year, I think, if memory serves me correctly. And I didn't get access to the Bismarck. That's the copy. That's the credits in the game. That's the other credits in the game. Yeah. In terms of getting the Bismarck, I got the Bismarck. I got the game in either May or June. I cannot remember exactly when I got it. But I didn't get access to the Bismarck until December of last year. So it basically took me half a year to get it, and that's without actually buying my way up to it. You know, any premium account time, any, you know, free experience that I used to basically boost my way up to it, I got through completing, you know, missions and the like. Or any gold that I... Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That was my fault. I didn't quite understand the question. Well, you can buy the credits with using real money, but in order to do that, you have to actually buy gold doubloons, which is the premium currency. For me, I'm trying to remember. I think it's... Oh,
The ship is on fire.
I think the largest for me is like $145 to get it, so I'm not quite sure what that would be in pounds. But that's to get the biggest one, the biggest lot of gold doubloons. The smallest one for me is like $7.25, I think. Again, I don't know how much that would be in pounds. Yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap. Oh, well, it's not cheap to buy the big ones. To buy the big caches of gold.
Problem solved, sir.
But the gold can be used for, yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, the gold can be used for other things. You know, you can use it to, you know, you can convert you can convert experience, locked experience on ships into free experience to use for other things. You can convert that into credits if you want, or you can buy premium ships with it. Obviously, that's the other option, use for it. Of course, all of the premium ships that I've gotten my hands on, yeah, that's probably the 1250 one, I think. I think that's the smallest one you can get. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I haven't actually looked in the store lately. Oh, I just realised this is a tier 7 game. Yeah, I'm not going to survive this battle. But, I'm going to... Well... What's this?
Team has taken the lead.
Is this York going to sail into any of these torpedoes? Probably not. Oh well. Yes, Mimi. Yes, Mimi, we absolutely do. And also, yeah, I was definitely playing with the big boys there. Well, then again, it's not the biggest boy you can get. Well, it's not the biggest boy you can come across. When it decides to load, come on. There is this. Yeah, the Yamato class. The Yamato class battleships. Or battleship. Well, I say battleships because there was actually 2 of them built. The Yamato and the Musashi. Oh yeah. The Yamato holds the record for being the largest warship constructed during World War II, or one of the largest warships constructed in World War II. And it is the largest battleship as well. It was the largest battleship ever built by anybody in the world. Displacing, with a full load, it displaced a colossal 69,000 tons. I mean, the ship was a feat of engineering. It was a ridiculous feat of engineering. Yeah, wow was right. But yeah, it was an insane feat of engineering. The Yamato was basically built around the idea, because well, at the time Japan's infrastructure and their industry was never gonna be a match for their potential adversaries, being both the United States Navy and the Royal Navy and the British Royal Navy. Simply just by virtue of both the US Navy and the Royal Navy having way more ships than Japan ever would, and also being able to build more ships than Japan ever could. So, and with Japan withdrawing from many of the naval treaties that have been established after the First World War, in terms of ship displacement and maximum gun caliber, they decided to try. They basically came upon a cunning plan. Yeah, I did hear about that. Not to mention, there's probably been a lot of people who have actually taken stuff from it as scrap metal over the years. So this probably hasn't helped much either. But yeah, the Yamato was basically, the whole concept of this thing was, it was meant to be able to take on multiple ships at once. And then, basically, the whole idea, like, take on multiple ships at once and also be basically capable of, withstanding the kind of punishment that would be thrown out against it. And it was also built to take advantage of the fact that Japan was going to, obviously build these two ships for the same cost that it would be to build, say, 3 or 4 smaller ones, like the Nagato class. And if their opponents ever did build anything big enough to, match the Yamato in terms of size and power, Japan was hoping to gather the resources and materials necessary to simply repeat the trick with even bigger ships. And so the Yamato was built with this design principle in mind. Yeah, I did actually read something about that the other day.
Action stations.
But yeah, that's basically why they decided to build the Yamato, because, I mean, this thing was huge for its time, and it still is. It's still considered to be one of the largest It's still one of the largest battleship ever built. 69,000 ton displacement, and its main battery firepower is insane. It has the biggest caliber main battery guns ever fitted onto a warship. These are 18.1 inch guns, or if you're using the metric measurement system, yeah. But yeah, if you're using the metric measurement system, this thing has guns that are 460 millimeters. In fact,
The ship is on fire.
I have no idea. Well, naval technology did progress quite rapidly throughout the years. throughout throughout most of mankind's history. Um, no, that's probably the Tillman battleship that you're thinking of, because the Tillman battleships were were actually bigger, but the Tillman battleships were never actually built. The Yamato is the biggest battleship that was actually ever built by anybody. So not the biggest ever conceived, but definitely the biggest ever built.
Fighter airborne.
Not quite sure what this other Yamato is doing, just firing nothing but high explosive at me. Not quite sure what he's hoping to achieve with that, but hey-oh. Oh, okay, that Alabama isn't AFK. Alright. I thought for a second he was AFK because he wasn't actually moving. But no, he's definitely still trucking along, he's just not actually moving the ship. Okay, now he's moving it, but he's moving it backwards. Make up your bloody mind, dude! Well, then again, with a pair of Yamatos and a Vanguard around the corner, I'm not surprised that he's a bit scared of going around the corner.
Fighter returning to ship.
Okay, keep the guns trained over to the starboard side. Where are they? Oh, there's one of them. Okay, that's the Yamato who definitely knows what he's doing. He's not the one that was firing HE at me before. Oh, hi, Speedy!
The ship is on fire.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh! Oh!
Turret critically damaged.
Damn it, they took out one of my turrets. Oh.
Turret blown up.
Yeah, no kidding, I can see that.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, you're a little bit slow there, buddy. Yeah, I'm not going to last much longer. 2 fires set, and yep. Oh, it was the Vanguard that got me.
Enemy team has taken the lead.
Oh, it was the Vanguard that killed me. Okay. Eh, not even mad at that. I think that's actually the first time I've been sunk by one of those things. Why are you bored, sweetie?
Battle starts. Enemy battleship sighted.
Okay, not quite sure if I've given that Miyoko enough lead. Yeah, no, it felt just a little bit behind.
Fighter airborne. Fighter destroyed. Hold below the waterline. Target penetrated. Quickly.
Okay, I got lucky there. Only 2 of his torpedoes actually hit me. Although that guy might get me with his, if he's launched them already.
Solved, sir.
Ah! Bollocks!
Breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Knew that was going to end poorly. Alright, I will be back momentarily. I'm going to take care of something really quickly. So I'll leave the stream on for the moment. I'll be back in about probably 15, 20 minutes, give or take. Just going to take care of a couple things real quick. So yeah, I will return momentarily. Alrighty. Yeah, gotta love time zones, am I right? Anyways, apologies for the wait. Alright, let's see what I'm up against. Nelson, King Joseph, and Colorado, and Organizer now. Wow, there's actually a lot of tier 6 ships in this. There's only one tier 5 on each team. Okay.
Battle starts.
Hey, I'm back. Yes, I have returned.
Teammate, I need your support.
Now, we have an Atlanta. Do they have one? No, they don't. Good. I'd prefer the Atlantas to be on my team rather than theirs. Okay, let's see what they're doing. We haven't seen... Nope. Nope, something's detected me. Probably not going to see it with a catapult fighter, but hey, you never know your luck.
Fighter airborne.
Part of me kind of wishes he had the option of getting the spotter plane, but... Well, I can kind of understand why they wouldn't put it in. Not quite sure how it would work given the smaller map sizes on as compared to the PC version.
Confirmed penetration.
Alright. Starting off on a high note with the damage numbers. There's the second Miyoko. Give them the good news with the front turrets. Hey, another Citadel. Oh, you gotta love it.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Okay, good. The Atlanta's actually doing the smart thing. He's prioritizing the destroyers. Because that's basically what the Atlanta's designed to do in this game. Is to kill destroyers. Although, an interesting thing actually about that about the USS Atlanta in real life, because the Atlanta was originally designed as a fleet escort type vessel. It was designed as a fleet escort and designed to lead destroyer flotillas. And to that end, it's essentially an oversized destroyer. It's actually got the same main armament as most typical American destroyers, 5-inch guns. But of course, the difference with the Atlanta is that it's got a hell of a lot more of them. I think it's got 16 5-inch guns in total, in a whole bunch of quad turrets, not quad turrets, in a whole bunch of twin turrets. But the US Navy found out very, very quickly that those 5-inch guns also work quite well in the anti-aircraft role. And so they ended up stacking boatloads of 5-inch guns onto the Atlanta, as well as all the necessary gunfire all the fire directors necessary to accommodate them, to direct the firepower of all of these guns. The trouble was, though, the Atlanta was such a small ship, even by the standards of cruisers, it was quite a small ship. But the ship was so small that it in effect didn't have enough enough space on the deck to actually house enough gun directors to effectively direct the firepower of all of its 5-inch guns and all of its anti-aircraft batteries. The ship quite literally had more firepower than it knew what to actually do with. How very typically American a problem.
General quarters.
Yes, I finally do have access. Well, I've had access to the Bismarck for a while, but yeah, I'm finally I'm in a game where I'm actually top tier. Well, Bismarck is tier 7. The highest tier range you go to is tier 7, so you're always going to be top tier no matter what. All right, no worries, man. Not a problem.
Dash it all.
Why are you saying dash it all? I'd already been spotted, so there was really no sense in me holding my fire. Somebody's already seen me.
Fighter airborne.
Ah, something's capturing C. It's probably a destroyer, so drop the sonar. And pop the sonar just in case. Because there's probably going to be torpedoes in the water. Yep. Oh! And yep, looks like the destroyer's bugged out of the sea point. He is still out there though. Oh, there's another citadel. Well, here's hoping. But yeah, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later, mermaid.
Torpedoes, direct front.
3 sets of torpedoes. Yep, that's the Akatsuki.
We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding quickly. Problem solved, sir.
Let's turn away from... Ah! Damn it. Stop shooting, you bastard!
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yep, I'm all good with the torpedoes. There's the little bugger!
Torpedoes to starboard. Requesting assistance.
As soon as I get around this island, around the other side of this island, I'm gonna start pummeling that destroyer.
Our team has taken the lead.
Oh wow, I actually managed to get some of the shots over the island. Huh. Yeah, 1 over penetration. Well, it's 1 more shot than I was expecting to hit. Aha!
Fighter airborne.
Smoke screen ahead. That Akatsuki's still in there. Of course, if he's still in there, he's not going to see me coming. He's not going to see me. As long as he remains inside the smoke screen, he's going to be invisible. Or he's going to be unable to spot me. So, drop the sonar. As
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard.
So let's just hold my fire for now. And his smoke screen is expiring. Just keep up the fire on that Tirpitz, since he's the only thing that I can actually see right now. And as long as I have the sonar up, which is up for another 40 seconds, he's gonna potentially have a hard time hitting me with torpedoes. Because I'll be able to see them coming at a much greater range.
Fighter returning to ship.
At least for as long as the sonar is active. Seconds on the sonar. Okay, looks like the destroyer's decided to do the smart thing and run the hell away.
Our victory is in sight.
We're winning. Try not to do anything stupid now. Ah! I saw him! He was there for a second, but I saw him. There he is! And now the secondaries are opening up on that Tirpitz. Yeah, close range for this thing right now is 9.9 kilometers. There's nothing close about this. Ooh!
The ship is on fire.
Our victory is in sight.
Yay! There's another 25 Sakura coins. the Admiral Graf Spee.
General quarters.
Again, I'm almost certainly butchering the pronunciation of that, but then again, I'm not a native German speaker. As much as I like to, although I really would like to learn how to speak German one day. Ow!
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Yeah, screw this for a game of cricket. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern. All stations retreat.
Yeah, screw that. Screw this for a game of cricket. I'm going elsewhere. In fact, it actually looks like the team needs my help up on the other side of the map.
Many thanks.
Okay. Hopefully that... Ah! Went long. Not quite sure which direction to go, to be honest. Suppose I should probably go back and try to support the team over there. Oh shit, almost ran. Oh, just about to run aground. Nope, 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 tread. And they just sunk the New Mexico. A little backup over here would be appreciated, guys. Shots out. Yeah, it's something.
Problem solved, sir. Main turret blown up.
I'm probably not going to survive much longer. But once again, I'm going to go down fighting.
Main turret critically damaged. Main turret blown up.
And, yep, there we go. Oh well. There's one thing I always like about this game. It's so easy to just get into another game once your ship has been sunk. You just jump out of the, exit once the ship has been sunk, exit the battle, pick a ship from your roster, and you're good to go again. And you can just jump straight into another game. Say what you like about Wargaming, the company who developed this game, as well as World of Tanks, but they definitely know how to make a very, very good free-to-play game.
Battle starts.
I'm sorry, the detailing on the ship models is really good too. I've always been impressed by the level of detail they've been able to they can put into the models. That guy's probably launched torpedoes. I bet you dollars to donuts that's exactly what he's done.
Commander airborne.
Yep.
Thank you.
What the hell's a marblehead doing in this? Alright. I mean, this will potentially be a mercy killing.
Enemy severely damaged.
Assuming I can actually sink him. Oof!
Enemy severely damaged.
Yeah, no kidding. There we go.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser. Off to a great start.
Nah. Oh well. What's going on in the rest of the battle? Yeah. Oh well. I ain't too worried, truth be told. Because again, it's really easy to just jump out of the battle once it's over and jump into something new. Oh, this is... Oh. Top tier, and there's a bunch of tier 2s on the ooze.
Primary objective.
I feel a bit mean now.
Do not let the enemy take the base.
Oh, hey, there's a Nassau. Seriously, guys? You got nothing to shoot at. Why are you firing your guns so uns? Stop shooting, you morons. What the hell are these clowns playing at? Yeah, these two can soak up the fire for me. Nice! Friendly Nassau just took out that Tenryu. Good job. Okay. Yeah, this class of destroyer, the G101, was actually attached to the German battlecruiser squadrons that were used that engaged the British fleet during the Battle of Jutland. That's why it looks kind of, well, compared to some of the other destroyers, antiquated. Because this was still around the time when the German Navy was referred to as the Imperial German Navy rather than the Kriegsmarine. The one and only Doofus? What? Is that what that guy's name is? Okay. I mean, it's certainly one of the more tamer profile names I've seen. What is that St. Louis doing? Was that guy trying to ram the Wyoming? What the hell was he playing at? Oh no, there's a ship you don't see often. It's the Mikasa. The only surviving pre-Dreadnought era pre-Dreadnought battleship still in the world. It's on display in, display as a museum ship in Japan. Fun little ship. This one, however, is looking just a little bit used. Yeah, there should be no way he'll be able to dodge all of these. Yep, there's one. There's two, and yep, he's done.
Enemy battleship sunk. Our team has taken the lead.
The good news is, torpedoes don't take long to reload on this thing. One of the single launchers is almost reloaded, and the double launchers have got another, yeah, just a little over 5 seconds. There we go. All launchers reloaded. one. There's two. There's three. Launching some more of the steel. Launching more of the steelfish.
Problem solved, sir.
Whoa! What the hell happened there? Yep, there's another 2 hits, and there's the high caliber medal. And boom, he's done.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Now it's just the wakeful left. He's done. I think that's actually a good point to leave it off on. This has been fun though. It's been a fun little stream. I do intend to do more of these. I probably won't be able to do any over the weekend though because I will be working. But more than likely what will happen is after maybe say Tuesday for me, which will be probably Monday for you, for some of you guys, I will probably do another stream early afternoon sort of time. Or early afternoon my time, so whatever your times, whatever equivalent time zone is for you. But thank you guys for tuning in and checking this out, and thank you, and hope you guys at least enjoyed this. And I do plan to do more of these. I probably don't do it restricted to just the Warships. I'll probably also do a bit of Ghost Recon as well, because I'm currently in the process of playing that too. And maybe occasionally just do some chill streams in No Man's Sky. Just, you know, chilling out, exploring the cosmos and chatting with you guys, sort of thing. But with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Catch you later!